Oh wait, hold. Are we back? F F. Are we back? Okay, cool. Oh, Pog. Okay, yeah, we're back. Okay, so sorry about that. I don't know why my internet just pooped out there for a second. Um, but basically, yeah, all I was saying is that like I can just rerun this real quick. So like these are different ways of like looking at your data, right? So you can say that if this one uh and this one are of the same type, you can put those in the same summary over here, right? And I think that, like, example, if this one and this one are of different types, then you can do the same thing over here too. And you'll get different answers. I don't know if it'll be a better answer than just doing time, because I think human conversation is very linear, right? Like we're talking about this topic and then we're talking about that topic. But if you'll notice, right, like before you asked the question about summarization, right, I was working on an actually useful, hopefully, Twitch thanker using this library guidance. So like I was planning after finishing this conversation to go back to that, right? So like it's as if this one is going to be uh this is the guidance, right? And then this one, when you came in and asked this question, is about um, summaries, and then we're gonna go back to guidance. Does that make sense? So even though like time is linear, and we've kind of had oh, I'm in the way. My fucking face is in the way. Even though time is linear and we go from guidance to summaries to guidance, right? You can also do like semantic search over your transcript, classify them into each type, and then summarize the classifications. Does that make sense? Are you thinking of ascertaining types based on delay between each speech? You can do that, but I feel like that's just a harder version of just doing what we're describing here, where you basically just uh, look for similarities between the things that people are talking about. And it won't always be easy. I don't know exactly what your data set looks like, right? Like some things are pretty easy to split by topic because they'll be very obvious, the distinctions. Would I do semantic similarities without AI? You can use, you can, there's a lot there's like word distance formulas. Like the Levenstein distance is like a text similarity. Uh, I mean, it's really this maybe not exactly what you're looking for, and probably not. But I thought I'd mention it anyway. So yeah, you could do like something like this, um, but that's really just kind of like the words like that are like very close in spelling. So that's um, like uh, uh, I don't know, fish like the band, and like fish like the animal have like a very close Levenstein difference, but like I don't know, fresh is a little bit farther away, and then like uh uh penguin is like hella far. Penguin's like all the way out here. But it would be easier to uh just use like embeddings or something, I think. Probably splitting and joining each summary is easier for now. But this is a pretty pog idea. Thank you. I think that another thing, like again, that I said that I think might help is to use your last summary to inform the next one. So like over here, let's go over here and let's say that like this is your first transcript, and then this one is your second one. So I think you might think of it as like wait, actually I got a better idea. Let's say that let's say that this is the summary. And then this one is this one's summary. Wait, hold. Okay. So what you do is you actually take this one's summary and then you use it in here. So then what ends up happening is that when you summarize this, it's actually like this. Look how pretty that is. Does that make sense? Summary one, and then summary one is also over here. And then this makes summary two influences summary two. Yeah. So I think that there's like, those are the two things that I would probably start with. And then from there, it would be pretty easy or straightforward, I think, to kind of like, or at least it would be, the summaries would be a little bit more coherent. Yeah, summary one plus transcript two, trunk two equals summary two. Exactly. Then summary two. What if there's like 90 of these? Again, these things, they're not like, they're not exact, right? Like that's the problem. That's why I like working with AI so much. You know, one of the reasons that like I like hanging out in like AI communities, and I'm a developer ambassador for OpenAI too, is that like I just really like the stochastic nature of these models, and I kind of like the challenge of like never really getting the right answer but always kind of being near it. You know what I mean? You're always like edging a little bit. So if there's like 90, I mean, like, you know, the squares get really complicated, dude, right? Like you're all of a sudden gonna have like this color in here, and then you're also gonna have like uh this color in there, and then you're also gonna have like, you know, this color and stuff like that, right? Like it's gonna get real hectic in your hood. Um, but I mean, you could do it, right? You could do it for sure. I'm trying to think if there's like anything else that I would recommend off the top of my head, that I think could be helpful. Um, wonder how accurate that would be. Yeah, I think that the accuracy again would go down the more features you have included, just because you're going to start eating into your token limits. Like even if these summaries are really small, right? So let's say that this summary is like this big, and this summary is this big, and this summary is like this big. They all eat into your token count. So let's say that this is your whole token count. Enter. And this is your token limit. There's only so many things that you can fit in this window, right? Which is actually one of the reasons that we are that I was playing with this guidance library from Microsoft, is because you can do stuff like this, um, where you basically can pass in variables, not so much like LangChain even, but like you can do it over time. So like for example, it was saying like, let's see, this is a weight test, right? You generate a thing, then you take it out of the conversation, and then you put a new one in the conversation, and then you take it out of the conversation, then you put a new one in the conversation. Um, and it seems pretty good, but I can't really say what it's like in production. Uh, would I just need a POG prompt that gives me a good summary that's built for pending further summaries to it? I haven't had much luck with that. I guess like it really again just depends on how accurate you need your summary to be versus like, I think even if you're summarizing pretty big like 4096 token blocks, people still would prefer to read the summary instead of the whole block. You know what I mean? So like even if it's not like a summary of the entire thing, if it's like a summary every 5 minutes of a movie, uh, I think you can still get something pretty good that people would be happy with. That's not for me to decide, of course, but I think that that's something that I would think about, is that like most of the time, people just kind of like want to feel good about the answers that they get back from these machine learning models, which is why I was trying to get it to do this uh, Twitch thank you bot over here. So yeah, I think that that's like what I would think about if I were you, because I would just think about either doing using the summary from the last block to influence the next block, and then hope that it just carries on like a giant game of telephone, or I would split things into similar topics and do it like that. Um, if summarizing a movie, wouldn't we see the OpenAI summary just moving itself through the timeline of the movie? Oh, like the summary is like evolving throughout the movie. Um, yeah, yeah, I guess. I mean, again, it depends on if it's like a sliding window where it's like, okay, in the first 5 minutes this happens, in the second 5 minutes this happens. I mean, another thing that you can do is that you can, you said you have all these summaries that are concatenated together, right? Um, I don't think people would notice or care if you did, if you just asked like a question to the summaries. So like if you went like something like this, and then oh Jesus, and then like had like a uh, question, and then like answer. And what I mean by this, and I think this method particularly would be, there's a lot of things that you could ask for this question. So there could be a lot of different questions. There could be like who's the MC? What's the like the era that we're in right now? What's like, I don't know. Yeah, what food is this in the movie, right? And then this one can just like go over all the blocks, all the summary blocks. And since those are going to be summaries, you can ask the questions to the summaries. Um, it's never really recapping chapter one. By the end of it, it's just recapping chapter 99. Okay, I see what you're saying. Like if you just had the one single summary, uh, I think it depends on how much the summary is influenced, like over when we were talking about like this one, right? Where it's like all of these enforce the token limit. As a matter of fact, one could like choke out a lot of this space, right? So if this one was this big, and then let's say that your new summary could only fill up this bottom spot here. Let's draw it with pencil. So like this might just be the last summary, right? So you wouldn't have that much space left over. 100,000 tokens like Claude. Yeah, I mean you could try Claude. I think that like uh the 32K context model and stuff like that too. The problem is like these are all just there's still limitations, right? There's gonna be more text. It's like it's one of those things where it's like, how much money do you want? And the answer is always more money than I have, right? Like there's never really a peak to money. There's like a peak to how tall you want to be, right? Like you might be like 6'3", and you're like, yeah, I'm good here, but like I don't want to get taller, right? Like, cause and it would be really annoying to like be on planes and stuff like that, right? But like if you were like, if I gave you $1 and then I was like, I can give you another dollar or you can be satisfied, and you would be like, I'll take another dollar, please, right? And then we just keep asking that question over and over. You're always going to want another dollar. And I think that like context windows are really similar, where it's like the more context you get, you still want more, right? Because now you're like, oh, now I'm just going to put in more. Now I'm just going to put in more. I can put even more in, right? So I think that like what I like to do generally is to like try and get creative about the questions that I'm asking, because I feel like if you can get creative about the way that you leverage these models, it doesn't really, the context size doesn't really matter. Like you never really hit it, you know. Um, that being said, you know, I have a Chat GPT library that I wrote. This is pretty funny, called Chat GPT MD, and oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, do I get this question all the time. So like, I know you're not the only one dealing with this. Let me paste. Yeah, like this, it's just all the time, all the fucking time, man. This type of question is just like, they're like, hey, can you just add more tokens and stuff like that? And it's like, maybe you can, maybe you can. Um, okay, I need a single one for the user because they need an agenda, a list of attendees, to do items. It's like a 2 hour Zoom meeting. Um, yeah, yeah. I mean, again, like, to do your best, right? It's like, I feel like when you try these methods, you have to have like a kind of experimental mindset about you a little bit, right? Like you can't really just kind of like come into it thinking like this has to work like a for loop works or something. Um, you have to little be a bit more, um, a bit more like willing to fuck around and find out, right? There's like that graph. Uh, uh, hold on, I got this. The more you fuck around, the more you find out exactly. You have to like, yeah. This is oops. This is like this is trying like one prompt in Chat GPT and calling it the end of the end of the day. This is like downloading guidance and trying guidance. uh, this is like using Claude to call Chat GPT to call uh, an LLM to call an auto GPT, and then like you get better results, right? You definitely find out. Like the more you fuck around, the more you find out. So I would recommend just fucking around with these methods. Try this method where you group things by category. Try this method where you take your concatenated summaries and then just do Q&A, see how that feels, and try the summaries thing and just really just see how you get there. Honestly, this graph should be the standard of the American school curriculum. I totally agree, dude. It is one of those things where, uh, yeah, like it's so funny. It's just, I feel like if you like walked into school one day and they're just like, like the first day of school, no problem, tech lead. Good luck with your project. I'm also gonna log pretty soon. I mean, my brain is already kind of getting fried. I've been streaming for 3 hours already, so I'm gonna try and do this Twitch thanker in a simple mode, and then push it to GitHub and then log. But hopefully see you around in the chat. Um, yeah, I feel like yeah, it would be just so funny to like go into school, uh, like day one, first grade, and then they're just like sit you down and they're like, we're gonna teach you something about the world, kids. You got to fuck around, and then you find out. So this is just the scientific method. So this is the scientific method. You fuck around and then you find out. Also, it's so cool that somebody took the effort to put Excalidraw in Visual Studio Code. Really, really quite great. Okay, let's go back to the uh, beautiful, interesting, super fun, actual useful Twitch thinker. So let's keep it simple. Let's get rid of this generate fun fact thing for now. Not that it's not going to be great, but let's just say I'm going to Google a fun fact. Fun fact. Okay. Fun fact. Sure. Okay. I just Googled fun fact and then it just came up with this. It says on June 14th, 1777, the flag, first flag act. Okay. Neat. And then let's say that the username is Twitch Frog Pog. And the chat history is I served in Nom. I am playing WoW HC and I only code in Java 7. And then, okay, so basically we want to iterate over these and then we want to have it generate I think. Okay, so let's just go back to okay, so you are a Twitch system thank you bot that delivers personal messages based on chat history and fun fact. A fun fact. Okay, and then do we need user? What do you think? Do we need user? How would this conversation look? So it would be like incoming chat. Thank you. I need a thank you for this. I need a thank you for username. Okay. This is their chat history. Chat history. And this is a random fun. This is their random fun fact. Random fun fact. And then this is just going to generate a thank you message. Okay, and let's get rid of this. And let's raise the temperature to 0.7. And then let's do it. Oh my god, I'm getting tired. I have like 8 more minutes before my brain officially shuts off for the evening. Hopefully this works. Okay. Hello, Twitch Frog Pog. Thank you for being a loyal follower of our channel. We appreciate your support and having you as a part of our community. We also want to thank you for your service for our country. It takes a lot of courage to serve in the military, and we are grateful for your contribution. We hope you're enjoying World of Warcraft on hard mode. It sounds like quite the challenge. And last but not least, did you know that on June 14th, 1777, the Continental Congress passed a flag act to establish the first official flag of the new nation? It had 13 stripes that alternate red and white, and a union of 13 stars on a blue field representing a new constellation. Thank you again for your support, and we hope to see you in our stream soon. That looks pretty good. That's actually pretty pog. Let's choose like one more uh uh da, 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 like chat history because this is nice because we can do variables I wanted to try one more thing though. Where was that? I think it was in this RP one. No, it wasn't acceleration. So here we see that there's like a select. I think select would be pretty cool, but we can't do select using the chat model. I got yelled at for that last time, so maybe we won't do it. um, yeah, no, I just think that we're not gonna do it, because that sounds hard. But like here, it was pretty cool because it like came up with like different different like warriors and stuff like that. I think I deleted it, but yeah, it came up with a backstory. It came up with all this cool shit. Oh no, here they are. Yeah, like the power lift return demon slayer. You said the description and it basically came up with the rest of it, including like no obstacle is too strong for me, or like knowledge is power, or strike fast, strike hard. Death is certain, life is not, which is a just a banger of a quote. I'll be honest with you, that's a fucking banger. Um, but if I can't do that with chat, maybe we'll figure that out later, because that sounds really annoying. So let's try. Uh, we're gonna stick with the I only code Java 7 theme, and we're gonna be like, I take my coffee with 3 creams. And I'm trapped in a cave. Oh God, help, please. And now we need another fun fact. Fun fact. Okay, here's a fun fact. What part of the plant is a carrot? Fun fact. When we are eating corns or peas, we are eating seeds. Okay, let's say that this is a random fun fact. Merge it merge it into a thank you message. So what we can do is that we can actually come up with a we can come up with like an interim thing. So we can say 0.0 fun fact expander or something. So fun fact merge. So merge it into the chat history. Okay. And now you user create use fun fact merge okay, let's see how it does. Hold on to the seat of your pants. Okay, so there's the chat history. Thank you for following. Okay, now it says use the following message, and there's subbing in the thing and saying thank you for following me. Okay, so let's see. Thank you for following me, Twitch Frog Pog. I noticed from your chat history that you only code in Java 7, take your coffee with 3 creams, and are currently trapped in a cave. I hope you get out soon. Here's a fun fact for you. When we eat corns or peas, we are eating seeds, and when we eat radish or carrots, we are eating roots. cauliflower and broccoli plants produce flowers we like to eat. Potatoes grow underground, but the part we eat is not a root. Thank you for joining my community, and I look forward to seeing you in future screams if you escape the cave. So I think that's pretty good. I'm happy with this. I think this is pretty funny. Uh, and it wasn't that hard to do outside of the difficulty of it, which was hard to do. So let's just say that this is Twitch Thanker, and then we're gonna commit that, and it's done. It's done. Oh my god, it's done. Okay. Successful stream. Thank you everybody for stopping by. Please give me a follow if you feel so inclined. Tomorrow, thank you for all of your wise insight as always. I don't know. Can I wait? Hold on. How do I? Can I like make you? Do I have that yet? I was gonna like VIP you or make you a mod, but I don't know if I can do either of those things. I'm too small of a streamer. I like click on your name, and I was trying to do like VIP, but it's like it doesn't. Whatever. I'll figure that out when hopefully we get bigger. Fingers crossed, right? Um, yeah. Thank you for your time. Have a lovely evening, and I should be back. I don't know. I'm traveling this weekend, so I'll definitely be back next week. But I'll try to make time Wednesday to stream. I have some cool stuff with ChatGPT plugins. So if you want to see ChatGPT plugins being built, this is the place for that. Thank you for watching. Good night. Bye.